This is where it all happened, the vote of no confidence.
Reform won by just one vote.
It's a shame that he got that title.
It's a shame they think that way. Stamp my authority saying, no, we are in charge.
He was too young to take too much responsibility.
The Greens and the Lib Dems, they'll always unite to try and stop us.
Well, I certainly wouldn't be voting for them.
One of the best councillors there are.
So many people do that. They still don't want to talk to me. I don't know why, I'm nice. Like Edmund Burke said, strong men and women that do nothing allow bad things to happen. Just paraphrase it, you know.
What's all this then?
The Daily Express.
Oh, wow.
This is where we have our council meetings. We sit on this side, Lib Dems over there, the River Swimmers, the Greens, Labour, Conservatives sit over there. But yeah, this is where it all happened, the vote of no confidence, budget, everything. This is where it all happens. This is where the magic happens. Yeah.
And this is where the infrastructure that you're putting in place is going to be put into action, essentially.
Yeah, we've seen the councillors grow and develop over the last year into phenomenal assets to the people. You know, these councillors that we've got, the portfolio holders in particular, have really learnt their crafts, which is amazing. Exactly what we want to see in councillors and what the people want to see.
There was a vote of no confidence last month or something, where Reform won by just one vote. So there's very little, any minority leadership can do in this environment. This is a Labour town, and I talk to my friends and things in the pub and stuff. The Parliament of the town, and nobody supports Starmer anymore.
You can make change here. That affects the residents from all across Warwickshire, all 630,000 of them. That's what we do here. We're in control of that. And in day one, like I've said many times, is when you first get elected, you're not in control because the previous administration still got their stuff and officers. That obviously you want to make sure it's not an officer-led council. You want it to be member-led. And straight away, first thing I did was stamp my authority saying, no, we are in charge, we are here. And that's that. The rest is history.
I think it's a shame that he got that title. Really, he probably got real promise, because obviously he obviously was doing something, and I think he was too young to take too much responsibility. You know what I mean? I think he would be, really good. I mean, I'm not knocking the young man, because I think he really did do his best, but I think he was given too much too quickly.
And do you think that dissatisfaction, if you like, with both traditional main parties is going to be reflected more and more in local elections? And
unfortunately, there will be people voting for Reform. I say unfortunately because I certainly would never vote for Reform, but there are people, and they will do quite well in the elections. Well, I certainly wouldn't be voting for them.
Got no strength behind him.
Since the elections, the local elections here, but on a sort of national basis, with the scores of local elections happening across the country, do you think Reform are going to surge forward? How does it reflect on Keir Starmer?
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to win so many councils. We've actually, we got 99.9% of our candidates filled. We've got 99.9% of the candidates. I think it's amazing. It's a phenomenal task that we've managed to accomplish, and this is already sending shockwaves to the Labour government, the Labour councillors, the Labour MPs, which is why they try to cancel elections. So we have to make sure that when we do win those councils in May, which we will, and we'll do great out, we're going to win the Eton and Bedworth Borough Council. We want to be the largest party, and it's little towns like Bedworth where Nigel's visiting, because he knows that he needs to canvass and fight for every vote, which is why he comes to places like Bedworth. We want him to come down to Warwick one day as well, which will be great to see. Again, the people want to see the party leader. The people want to see that we're fighting for them.
National issues like for example, the Migrant hotel on the outside of Warwick and things like that. These issues these issues are going down to local level and people are voting based on those things, do you think?
Yeah, people have had enough, especially the Migrant Hotel in Warwick. What we're seeing is a complete lack of respect for the people. I think that especially in Warwick, the people have had enough of migrant hotels. They've had enough of people like that committing crimes, theft, worse instance rape of our young girls. We can't let that happen. So we have to stop this. That's the Conservative and Labour governments putting these people that shouldn't be here in hotels. So what we're proposing is we're going to close all the hotels. When we get into government, let's try it. You had West Northants fighting for the closure of a hotel. That's what we would do if we were a unitary. That's what we would like to see. We were looking through enacting Article 4 on the Neaton and Bedford Borough Council when we inevitably win, hopefully. We think we can do a good job there. Enact Article 4, which actually means that in the Neaton and Bedford, if you want a HMO, you don't have to apply for planning permission, change of use, until you've got 5 or more living there. That's wrong. So what we're saying is no. You'll apply for change of use planning permission when you first want to put one in, no matter how many people are there. When you want one, you'll have to get planning permission. So we can check and we can audit it. The Borough Council even came out and admitted they don't know how many HMOs there are. How dangerous is that? They live next door over the road. Imagine the kids playing in the streets, especially in the summer. What could happen with these people that are not vetted, that have committed crimes? That's why they throw their passports and their records away, so we don't know who they are. I remember Lee Anderson saying, it was only 20 odd quid for a Wizz Air flight from Albania to the UK, but they're coming on a small boat. Why? Because they didn't want their stuff checking. They didn't want to be checked in and scrutinised because they had something on their system. We have to stop doing that. We have to check. Quite frankly, people shouldn't be here. They should be, if they come here on a small boat, they'll be in hotels or HMOs across the country. They should be rounded up, detained and deported and sent back where they came from. And that's what we want to do to protect our women. Other countries are doing it, but people think, oh, well, no, we can't do it here. Let's do it. Let's stand by our word and do it.
One of the best councillors there are. I'll tell you now, and I've got 15 years experience. And I'll tell you what, he's on it. We are going to smash him in Coventry. Absolutely smash him.
Right, see you later. Well, there we go.
There you go.
It's what people are thinking. It's what people are saying. You just get that, people driving up, honk the horn, good man. So many people do that. It's because they genuinely, I believe, they are trusting us. Not necessarily politicians, but they're trusting us to do the thing that politicians should have done years ago. Sometimes it just takes a good few strong men and women to do that job, and you can change it. It's like Edmund Burke said, strong men and women that do nothing allow bad things to happen. Just paraphrase it, So we need to make sure that those strong men and women are actually fighting to do something, because if they don't, something worse gets in, like the Greens, or something even worse on far right side of politics, which is what we don't want. We're engaging more with our parish councils, our town councils, our borough councils. That's what I want to do, so we can all work together. But a lot of people are just too busy playing party politics. They won't talk to us because we've got a different colour tie on. Even if I wear a red tie, they still don't want to talk to me. I don't know why, I'm nice. But I think we really need to make sure that we bring those services together, bring those people together, and we can do that when we win in May. So I can phone up the leader of the borough council and go, let's get this done, because we need to fight for this. And we'll see that in years to come as we get more of the borough councils across the country. Those little loose ends will be just tied off, and they'll be a lot more efficient, which is what we want. We want the councils to be run more efficiently, and if that means the borough council takes on a little bit more, or the town council does, then there we go. That's what we want to do.
Your feelings about the job that the council has done over the last year?
Well, I personally really haven't seen a lot of difference. Whether I'm comparing too much with what's gone on before, but no, I can't see any difference.
Since we before actually were elected on the local council, we do feel as though we are getting some support from them, particularly with regards to younger generation, particularly my son, who is keen to try and be independent and be able to socially move up the ladder and get themselves somewhere nice to live. They feel that they can relate to reform, and which is a positive thing, which is only going to be good for that generation.
Knock on doors, you speak to people, they know the truth, and they're just saying to me, keep up the good work, keep fighting for us. That's what we're doing, and we will not stop until we make sure this council is 100% efficient, and we can then pass it on to our next reform lot of councillors that will do it in another 10, 20, 30 years when I'm all grey and old. They can pass the baton on to them, and I can say, there we go, we've left it in good hands. We weren't. When we inherited it, it weren't the best, but you will get a good council because of us.
And you've got that local connection. You've got Wendy the Bear, obviously, in your office from the museum. I mean, do you think that come the next general election, people won't be able to bear the two main parties?
I like the bear.
And Nigel Farage will essentially be in Downing Street.
I have no doubt about it. I think Nigel Farage is set to be the next Prime Minister. That's what I want. That's what the vast majority of the public want. That's what we need as well. It's not just what we want, it's what we need. Because we cannot sit through as people, we cannot sit through another term of this Labour government or a Labour, Liberal, Green coalition. They're destroying our country. The Conservatives, I said, they broke Britain. The Labour Party have left it to rot, and Reform are the only people that can fix this country. We've got the willpower, we've got the political power, we've got the brain power, and we will do it, and we're not going to stop until we get what we think's the best thing for the people. And that is making sure we run our councils well, we run our country well, and that's how then we can make sure Nigel Farage is Prime Minister, because people will go, oh, they ran my council well, so I'll give them a shot. And that's how we get people that didn't vote for us on the council elections. That's how we can campaign through running councils, showing people we are doing a good job. That's what we want to do. That's what I aspire to do, and we're going to do it. I remember we've only been in a year now, and I think the things that we've done across the country with our reform councils is phenomenal, and we just need to keep fighting on.